Hello, and right, this workout is just entirely with your body weight, and the whole focus is on the lower body. So it's talking quads, your hamstrings, your AS, um, nothing really on the upper body at all, apart from technically some burpees. But yes, good luck and enjoy. This finisher is spicy. So let's warm up. Just move your feet in any other way. We are going to warm up the wrists. As I say, there are some burpees at the end of each set and different variations of. I'll help you if you need an alternative to burpees. That's completely fine. So anything you need, that it's going to be like you're about to be weight bearing on it. So whatever you need to do with the wrist, as long as it's moving. And I'm just going to twist side to side, twisting. The first part of the warm up is mobility, so kind of just moving a little bit in your body as freely as you can. If you're feeling stiff, just reduce your range, but still try and move freely. So maybe your arms go a little bit floppy. Nice squats, bodyweight squats. So just squatting down and up. It's the first bit that we're moving. It's not like your best squats you've ever done. They're probably just really little mini ones. Just ease into it, just pump it out. We're just beginning, just prepping a little bit. Side lunges, so you're gonna take your feet wide and then bend to one side and then the other side. So bending one knee and the other knee. As you bend the knee, push your hips back. And you're gonna feel a little dynamic stretch in your inner thigh. Dynamic meaning we're moving, as well as warming the quad and the bum of the bending leg. So push your hips back. Good mornings. So feet under the hips, fingertips at the temples, just hinge forward and stand up. It's pushing the butt back and standing up. So a squat, your hips go down and back. And a good morning, your hips go straight back. You've got a slight bend in the knee and it's maintaining your posture throughout. Perfect. Quad stretch from an RDL, so when you deadlift, you pick up one foot and do that same good morning exercise and then switch your legs. So a little bit of balance and stability. You'll get a little stretch in your thighs and a little dynamic stretch down the back of the legs. Perfect. And then we're going to lunge and twist. So you lunge backwards and then twist in towards your leg. Step in and switch your legs, keeping alternating. And you're hopefully already feeling now that since when you did that first squat, your muscles are just starting to loosen off a little bit, warm up a little bit. Star jumps, jumping the feet out together. You can step your feet out together if you need low impact. If you need total low impact, just lift your leg out to the side. We're going to go through all of that again. So warm up the wrists. Again, some people do figure of eights. So it's pushing back. It's not stretching this. We're not holding a stretch, but just kind of coming into it and coming out of it. Prepping again the fact that your body weight is going to be landing on your wrists. So what do you need to do to prepare your wrists for that exercise? And then we twist, hold as you are. Twisting side to side. Lean on me when you're not strong. Just make this, just make it feel good. Make it feel good, good, good. While it can, squats. So round two, maybe even take your feet just a little bit wider. Push your knees out a little bit more and see if you can squat down a little bit deeper. You want to make sure you can still track the knees over towards ankles and kind of midfoot. Yeah, perfect. Side lunges, take your feet wide. Bend one knee, push your hips back and then the other. So maybe this time, again, if it's feeling good, take your feet a little bit wider. Or maybe it's that you can bend your knee a little bit more or push your hips back a little bit further. Perfect. Good mornings. Hinge. You stop at the point, if you feel your hamstrings, that's the backs of your legs. If you feel that pull a little bit too much, that's where you stop. Yeah, checking in my spine. The spine stays straight. It's not that you're rolling down through the back, but keeping the spine straight, just pushing your hips back. And now just grab one foot and repeat the same exercise. And the other, keeping alternating legs. slightly different feel. A little bit unbalanced. I can't look at the screen, otherwise I'm gonna fall over. Yeah, perfect. Right, alternating lunge with the twists. Lunge back, twist, switch. And then maybe you can start working your knee a bit closer to the floor. Star jumps. Jumping out and in. Or stepping out and in. Same like all the other moves, you're trying to make them just a little bit bigger. So getting your feet wider apart. You're almost seeing it's a squeeze on the side of the bum to move your legs out and almost squeeze the inner thighs to come back in again. Push and pull, push and pull. Let's go again. Warm up the wrists. Lean on me when you're strong. I'll be your friend. Twists. This one, try picking up your back heel when you're twisting away from and turning your entire body as you move it. So making, again, everything a little bit bigger. How pumped do you feel to the whole time on your legs? Let's see how successful this workout is. Squats, take your feet wider again. Wider squat. So it's also known as a sumo squat. You know, like a sumo wrestler, like bam, bam. That's this. So again, make sure it's not so wide that your knees can't come over the heels, but really wide and the knees track out even wider. Perfect side lunges. Take your feet super wide. Bending one knee, then the other knee. Really push your butt back. Your chest will come forward a bit, so it's not just staying perfectly upright. Otherwise, you're not going to feel that in your bum. You'll just feel pressure into the knee. Take the push your back into the bum. Good mornings. Inch forwards. So how it feels for me is I feel like I can just tip a little bit further forward before it catches. I don't know whether that's the type of thing you might not be paying any attention to me. Hopefully it's going how you feel, but maybe you can see that in my movement, or maybe you can feel it in your own movement. Just grab one leg, do the same movement as a hinge, and stand up and then switch. First time I grabbed my leg, I was like, whoa, that's quad feels like a little bit tight, and now it feels quite free. Hopefully you feel the same. Alternating lunge or twist. This time go with a forward lunge. So you're going to step forward and then lunge, push powerfully up and back. Forward, twist, push up and back. Being really careful not to lean back. If anything, lean slightly forward so you can really push through the front leg. Star jumps. Right, butt kicks, kick heels towards back. So this is warming the hamstrings, so you squeeze them, a little dynamic stretch of your quads. You can step them out if you need low impact. And then high knees, lift your knees up towards your hips. Again, you can step them out, but it's a lift and it's warming up the front of the hip flexors. Butt kicks again. So not only are we getting that squeeze, the hamstrings trying to get the heel close to the butt, but your heart rate should be climbing as well. High knees. Lift. Keeping it, pulling and lifting a little bit higher, a little bit higher. We're going to do 10 seconds of each as fast as you possibly can. So butt kicks, 10 seconds high and fast as you can. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do the same with your high knees. Get the height and the speed. Really lift, and take that to the mat as high and fast as you can, even if that means you're stepping out. For 3 more seconds, 2, and 1. Relax, you've got 45 seconds to recover. We're going to be starting our workout down on the floor, and then we're going to gradually come up to standing. We're going to start by training both legs, and then go to one single leg, which means you have to stay for the third round of doing the other leg, otherwise you'll be wonky. And then we finish again with both legs with a little finisher that is different. It's punchy. So you've got 20 seconds, have a sip of water, move your feet a little bit, and then we're going to make our way down to the floor for hip bridges. So let's come on down. So feet hip width apart, heels relatively close to the butt, squeeze your butt and lift your hips up off the floor and lower your hips down. So starting off quite nicely. We're isolating here the butt. And then you want to get that squeeze and clench of your butt before you even lift your hips off. Don't think about the range of the hips on this one. So not thinking about how high you're lifting your hips, but how hard you're clenching your bum and how much pressure you can push down with your feet into the floor. So it's that combination. Even if your bum is just barely coming off, just as long as it's clenching so hard, then you're all good. The hip bridge is one of those ones that can feel really easy if you just lift your hips up and down. But you want to clench it to the point that right now, you've got about 15 seconds to go, your bum should already be having a nice decent burn to it. If you've not got that, clench harder. Next exercise, only got 5 seconds, guys. I should need to come up to kneeling. So just grab your thighs and rock yourself up. Come to your kneeling. Bring your hands on the opposite shoulders. You're going to step 1 foot forward, stand up, and then pop the knee down, and then come back to kneeling. I'm going to show you that from the side. We're going to alternate the legs. So you step 1 foot forward, stand all the way up, go down and down. So from the side, you'll hear hips over knees, come to a proposal position, knee over ankle, stand all the way up, go back down to proposal position, and then all the way down, and then alternate your legs. So next time will be left and right and left and right. If you find this is painful on your knees, just grab some extra cushioning. If you can't get up without using your hands, that's fine. Use your hands, and over time, your legs will get stronger to the point that you don't have to. So we're encouraging no hands if you can. What I do tend to see here is people get the heel in really close, and then come up, and then you kind of here and here. So really looking for that 90 degree at the knee before you stand up, 90 degree at the knee before you come down. Nice. Next time you come up, stay up. Squats again. So regular squats, feet a bit wide on the hips, just squatting down and up and down and up. Hips back and down, standing all the way. I'm going to change angle of the screen now. I'm off the floor so you can see this lovely face at the top too. Squatting down and up. Careful at the top. So the focus of the squat, especially the mid-start squat, is the quads, the front of the thighs. So just make sure at the top, some people say squeeze your bum at the top, and that causes this sort of thrust forward at the hips, and then you're out of a neutral alignment. So you just want to just stop. So you're stacking shoulders over hips, over knees. Squat, stand up. Squat and stand up. There are lots of joints working with this, the hips, the knees and the ankles. So the hips go back first, then they drop down, getting in towards the knees, and then you stand up. So make sure you don't start just by bending your knees. Squatting down and up, squatting down and up. Perfect. Now we're alternating reverse lunges. So just like you did the warm up, you're lunging, stepping in and switching your legs. Lunge and step in and switch legs. Everything's a minute, so you're kind of going at an endurance pace. The lunge, the focus is whatever leg is on the floor. So the leg that's going back is just there to balance you and help you find the range by dropping towards the floor. But it is the leg that's in front that lowers your body down to the floor and stands you back up again. So try and keep that focus with that slight lean forward into your front leg without folding forward, so you're collapsing in. Just a slight tip forward so you feel that single leg weight rather than landing back on the back leg. This is the one I see the most where we think a lunge is the back leg focus, but actually it's the front leg. It's also known as a split squat. So if you look at ignore the back leg, this looks like a squat, right? Oh, nice. Alternating cactus squats. So this time one leg is behind and we push our hips up and back and then switch sides and then keep switching sides. Now, if you don't have the space to move side to side, do 30 seconds on one leg, 30 seconds on the other leg. The curtsy has its name, like you might do to the royal family. I assume I've never seen them. Would I have to curtsy? But you're just taking one leg back and it's like you're bowing forwards towards him. So same as the lunge and same as the squat, the hips push backwards, the chest tips forward. So it's not just bending the knee and staying upright. This way you're going to feel lots of pressure in your knee, your front knee or your back knee. Instead, weight in the front leg and push your bum back to take the weight out of the knee, but instead more into the bum. Keeping your knee as close to the floor as you can manage. Right behind the other. Perfect. Sumo squats. So like we did in the one, we got wider, wider, wider. Go into that wide squat, turn the toes out a bit. Push the knees out, squatting down and up. So they get hips start the movement, then they go back and down and the knees push outwards. Check you haven't taken your feet like this. They're not pointing out to the side walls. Neither are they pointing forwards. It's just kind of slightly to the side. Knees should be able to stay over the ankle at the bottom of the movement. So if you're finding your knees are well out here, they just bring it in a little bit closer. Difference between mid squat. Remember the mid squat, the regular squat, so the pressure is more in the thigh. This one now going wider, you should feel a bit more stretch in your inner thighs. So it's still working your quads, front of the thighs, but also got in your inner thighs, you'll feel that stretch and a bit of squeeze. And the outside of the thighs and the side of the bum. So they're working to turn the knees outwards. So it's a lot more of the lower body working. Perfect. We finish around off with burpees. There's loads of variations. I'm going to run through them all. The top one, if you can, if you're really with it, you squat down, you jump to plank, you jump to squat, you jump up and you land in a squat and you repeat. Making sure you land in a squat. This is a full-blown move. So if you need to step out any of that, you can. You do your hands down, step to a plank, step to a squat, and stand up and repeat. If you're relatively new to exercise and you're finding it's a bit too much with your body weight, use something like a sofa or an incline. So you squat down there, step back to plank, step in and up. You're still getting that same squat down, stepping in and stepping up. Or as I say, just step out, hit a knee or all of the movement. So it might be hands down, step to plank, jump in, stand up. When it comes to burpees, it's a big exercise that works a lot of muscles, so your heart rate's coming high. Make it work for you. Burpees do suck. Make sure it sucks in a good way, in a heart rate way, in a muscles working way, but not in pain or feel like you're going to get injured. Nice, relax. So we do all those moves again, but on one side. Now, we're going to do the right leg first, meaning we're training the right leg first. Sometimes that means the left leg is moving. So we'll do the right leg first. Sometimes it's the left leg that's moving. Have a sip of water if you would like. You've got 20 seconds to sit down to the floor. La 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 la. Okay. So coming down to the floor. So we're working the right side. So the right foot is going to stay on the floor. The left knee is going to lift over the hips. Try not to cross the ankle over. This is a little bonus bit of core work if you keep it here. So you're just going to do the same thing. Clench your bum, lift your hips away from the floor evenly and lower down. You're lifting hips up evenly despite the fact that you've only got one foot on the floor. So you need to really clench more of your right butt cheek and all the pressure in the right foot. Now if you struggle with this, you've got two options. Either push down on the right foot, squeeze your right bum and just push down and maybe your hips don't lift off. That is fine as long as you're getting the same activation on the right side. Or just pop your left toes down and take, say, 10% of the weight in the left side, but 90% is still on the right side. So choose what works for you. You've got 20 seconds to really burn out your right butt cheek. Clench. Again, more about the clench than the height. See if you get that little pause at the top. Pause, clench, hold. Resist down, lift, pause, clench, hold. And resist down. Come out to kneeling. So we want to work the right leg here. This is going to get the coordination. So coming to kneeling, right foot is going to go up first. Then stand up the left foot. Now the left knee goes down first, then the right. So the right is standing you up and the right is lowering you down. So it's right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right. Coordination. Right, left, left, right. Thing like the kneel down and the stand up and the burpees, some of the reason these exercises are so good is it's your ability to get down and up off the floor, which if we're less fit and we're unable to do it, or as we grow older it gets harder, if we can keep up this strength and mobility to do it, we're less likely to get injured as we get older. It is also a killer on the legs. How's your right leg feeling? Second exercise in. And now next time you stand up, it's just the squat again. Just a squat. However, this time your timing is a 2-2 timing. So you're going to go down for 2 seconds, up for 2. Down for 2 and up for 2. So the timing is slower. Timing down and slowly up. And your right leg, do it leg or side. Your right leg's a bit more tired. However, you're going to still try and evenly squat down into both legs, push evenly into both feet. Watch out if you're getting a bit wonky, maybe go to the left leg that's a bit less tired, or the right leg just because we're getting used to going single side. Straight down, the middle, and slowly up. Down, and all the way up to the top. A little bit slower, so more time in the squat, a little bit more time with your muscles under tension. Oh. Nice, perfect reverse lunges with the right leg working. So the right leg's going to stay grounded on the floor, and the left knee is going to go back, and then just tap in. It goes back, and then a little tap in. Back, tap. The whole time, your weight is over your right leg. So again, the left leg, we're never really feeling it. We're not leaning back on it. It's not pushing you forwards. The right leg is lowering you down and it's standing you up. Permanently got that slight little lean forward into the right leg. And even as you step in, it's going to be tempting to go, and just take the weight out of the right and go to the left. But instead, keep balancing the right leg. It's just a gentle tap down. Lunge, little tap. Your range of the lunge is yours. Just make sure you're pushing your hips back. If you're smaller and it's just a step back and in, but you're keeping that knee over the heel, that is still a lunge, your range, whatever you can do. Perfect. Collective squat, working the right leg, left leg is moving. So we're still going to plant the right leg. The left leg is going to go behind. Same, it's a really light tap out. Goes behind and a little tap out. Pushing your hips back, tap out. We're not going leaning back and landing on your left leg and pushing into the left leg. We're balancing. It's like a full-blown balancing exercise on your right leg with some, squatting and bending. And if you really push your bum right backwards here, you're really going to feel this in the side and the back of your bum. How is your right leg feeling? Mine is burning. It is burning, especially the booty on this one. Take your time, find your range, get your knee as close to the floor as you can manage. It can touch the floor, it might not, but it can. Nice, come into the sumo squats again, 2-2 timing. So the feet wide, down for 2, and up for 2. Down for 2, and up for 2. And starting to sweat, and legs are hot. Bam, bam, bam. And whenever you talk about timing of an exercise, so I've just said 2-2. That can also be written as 2-0-2-0. And what that means is no pause at the top, no pause at the bottom. So you're going literally down for 2 seconds, up for 2 seconds. That means try not to come up the top, be like, and then go again. And then come up to the top and pause. We're looking for the maximum time in the legs. If you're like, oh my God, I can't, take the pause, take the shake, and then get back in and try and get that smooth, continuous rhythm. Down for 2, Up for 2. Ay. Single leg burpees. I'm going to show you the advanced option first for those that want it. So right leg, we're going to lift the left leg off, put the hands down, land on the right leg, land on the right foot, and option to jump up and land the bed leg. So it's hands down, right foot lands, option to jump up. You might not want to jump, maybe just stand. Now if you're stepping this out, we're working the right leg. So it's going to be that you'll step your left leg back and land it, come back, step the right foot forward again, and then stand and tap in. So it'll be left foot back, find your plank, right foot in, find it in. Right foot is lowering you, right foot is standing you up. Same thing, this is a really tough move. If you want to use an incline like a sofa or a step, heads down, do your left foot back, then the right, and then the left full stand. Left, right, and left. If you're still on the one leg as well, you'll like it 5 more seconds and then don't panic. You get a break. Whoppa! How's your right side feel? How do you feel like? Wonky. Don't panic. We're going to even it out on the other side. No probs. Oh dear. Hopefully that all made sense. And you were continuously working the same leg the whole time. And obviously now you know exactly what's coming, you know exactly what it feels like just in the left leg. It might be a weaker leg. Good luck, you got this. Come down to the floor, so we set up the single leg hip bridge. Left foot on the floor, right knee over the hip, lift your hips up, lower the hips down. If you want to extend the leg, extend the foot up to the ceiling, lifting up and lowering down. It's like the ceiling is pushing down on you and trying to push it back up again and down. So try here, rather than the knees together here. What you'll find if you're extending out here is actually you're going to be working a little bit more at the top of the leg, the quad, the hip, and the abs. And I really want you to focus on the butt. So you want to keep the weight of your leg over your butt. That's bent or straight, or again, lightly tapping down on the floor. Let's activate the booty. You still got a little pause. Now is this down or are you plonking down? We're pausing, we're in control of our body weight. Our body doesn't control us, we control it down with our muscles. Yes, we do. Nice, grab your thighs, rock yourself up to kneeling. So we're working the left leg. It goes left, right, left. Hands on the thighs. Left foot first, then the right down, then the left down. So left foot, left foot. Left, right, left, right, left. This leg always doing the work. So always doing the work. Again, if you're not like, I'm absolutely not getting off the floor, use your legs, or if you're near to something, use something to help you up. That is our goal, is to try and be able to get up and down and up off the floor without using our hands. And just because something is a goal, it's all about the journey. Are you there now? If not, doesn't matter. Doesn't mean you won't ever be. Always think it's always the journey that's the best part. Not necessarily in the moment right now though. Next time you stand up, you count all the way. This time we're squatting. So 4-4 timing. So regular squat. 4, 3, 2, 1. And 4, 3, 2, 1. You've even got the timer on the left hand side, top left, that can keep you accountable for how slow you're going. It's easier to go down, so you're going to find that you're going to go down slow and you want to just stand up and cut out the tension. And instead, it's really trying to milk the tension for all it's worth. Even if your legs are shaking a little bit, they might be shaking. Shake is not necessarily a bad thing. It just means our muscles are fatiguing. If it's too much shake, it's too much fatigue, you take a little break, come back in again, maybe reduce your range, but really try and stick to that timing. And so we've got reverse lunges. Left leg is working, right leg's move. Plant your left leg down, shift the weight onto it so you're balancing. Right leg goes back, and then a light tap in. Right leg back, and a really light tap in. Back, and in. Leaning forwards. Staying hip width apart, the curtsy goes behind. The lunge is straight back. Straight back, stepping in hip width, stepping back hip width apart. Little tap and bam. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. You're loading the left. I know how it feels because mine feels the same. But you're still trying to work your knee as close as you can to the floor. Still trying your absolute best not to, just stand up and release at the top. But look how me demonstrating it meant I got to do it. I got to have the break. What a cheat. Oh dear. Oh, curtsy squats. So left foot again is doing the work. So balance on the left leg. Right foot goes behind. Little tap in. Behind and a little tap. Behind you. Teeny tiny tap. Keep tipping forwards. Keep pushing your hips back. Keep your weight in the lefty so we're not exaggerating side to side. Now, if you're feeling like that burn is just getting like too much, try breathing more. Breathe in as you lower, breathe out as you come up. Breathe in, breathe out. Because that burning sensation is just a lack of oxygen coming to your muscles. So let's try and increase the oxygen. Inhale deeply, exhale, powerfully to get up. So that powerful exhale is going to brace your belly really strong to help you. It's also going to get rid. So you've got full lungs to take a deep breath in again. Nice, perfect. Sumo squats. 4, 4, timing. 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. So slow, so slow. How slow can you go? How slow can you go? How slow and low can you go? If you end up going slower than a 4-4 timing, that's okay. I'm okay with that. I can go a bit wide, I think. Keep driving the knees out. Keep pushing the hips out. Do you feel that difference between the more narrow stance and the wide stance? Do you feel that in your inner thighs? Of course, you don't want to feel like it's a pulling muscle to the point of an injury. If it is, come a little bit more narrow. Oh, I'm going to milk this last one. I'll start there for 10 seconds and see if I can do it all the way to the end. So slow. Nice. Single leg burpee. So, right leg off. Plant your hands flat on the floor. Landing on the left leg. Landing on the left leg. Jumping up or not. Or again, if you're stepping out, it's right leg back. Then left. Left leg in. Right leg. So it'll be right, left, right, left, right, incline or no incline. Check that you're still hitting a plank. I know our focus is the legs, but check that just because you're on one leg, that you've not sagged down or piked your hips up or only gone back part way. If you have, that's fine. Just maybe adjust it till you feel it and then come in again. You've got 20 seconds to go. Come on, lefty. And back, and in, and up. Whoops, balance. Oh, let's balance again. Okay, get one more in. Nice, well done. So the finisher, it's really long. You need a wall. If you haven't got a wall you can lean against, you just got to hold a squat. So, 5-minute wall sit. 5 minutes. I'm expecting you to need a break. If you need a break, what you're going to do is you're going to step away, do one burpee, and then come back to your wall sit. Step away, next time, 2 burpees, wall sit. Next time, add on 1 burpee each time. Your wall sit, picture a wall here, You're literally going to slide down, squat down till knees over heel, hips in line with knee, shoulders are back against the wall. I'm going to come to my door over here. Can we see? So shimmy down, hold. So it's knee over heel, thigh parallel to the floor. Press your lower back towards the floor, your shoulders towards the floor. Just hold and stay. Your hands can be down by your side. You can bring them up. You can bring them up. You can bring them forwards. Just try not to rest them on your legs. That's taking pressure out of your legs, and we want to keep the pressure in the legs, believe it or not. So, what's going to happen here is the burn is going to get so much, and it might get to the point that it's overwhelming, you have to do a burpee, that's fine. The thing is, the time's going to keep going, you just get back into the squat or the wall sit, and then you might find it comes more rapidly, and you might have to do 2 burpees, keep adding on 1 burpee each time. You know your variations, you can jump, you can step. How's your stamina? If you ever go skiing or anything like this, this is a really good one for just practicing before you go in. Well, really your feet, taking a breath. And as you breathe out, push your heels and push the balls of your feet harder into the floor. So you're actively driving down into the floor. That's going to burn even more, make your muscles work even harder, and that is okay. That is the goal, that's what we're going for. I'm hoping you can hear me over here. So, we're 90 seconds in. Whoa, 90 seconds into a 5-minute challenge. I was genuinely thinking, can I do the whole 5 minutes myself? I don't think I can. But when you think you need a break, you might have already had it, it's fine. Try and just stay 1 more breath. So deep breath in through nose, 1 more breath out through mouth. And then if you're like, no, absolutely, I was right, I need the break, you take it. Oh, God, oh. So for me, what I've just been thinking in my head is, oh my God, it hurts so much. When it gets to 3 minutes, I'm going to take a break. Which means I just thought I needed that. I probably can hold longer. There you go, I've just gone a little bit longer. I'm going to take the break now though. Whoa. Then you do 1 burpee. And then you get back in. Each time you're adding in a burpee, getting back as quick as you can. If you take a shake. And then, like I say, each time you come in, you're going to need it faster and faster. It is not your goal to beat me, but it can be your goal to beat me if you want it to be. Check again, check if you have gotten higher, which, by the way, if you're like, I absolutely can't hold it at all, I'm just constantly doing burpees, come up higher and come here, that's fine, you'll still feel the tension in your legs. Check that as you're holding, you're not sliding, oh my God, did I just rip my pants? Hopefully not. So you don't want to slide down the wall so that your butt's lower than the knees. Make sure it's level with the knees. I'm going to do 2 burpees there because I've been explaining that, but it's also been quite a blatant break for me. And I feel like with this one, I'm going to be in it with you. Less than 2 minutes to go. At the end of this 2 minutes, we're done. Just like I'm going to sit, really. Might check out my room. These ducks. Cute little ducks. They're not as good as the duck I've got that's next to you on the screen. That duck has pink glittery boots, and she's called Nancy. Nancy? Is it Nancy? I think it's Nancy. Norman! He's called Norman. This is Nancy. Oh, how did my duck chat do for distraction? It distracted me quite nicely. What else? Ducks. Duck, goose. Fun games. Oh my God. Oh. Your legs shaking? Mine's shaking. Get out of the head, Helen. Get out of the head. Think of something else. Think of weather. Oh, I'm gonna do it. Oh my God, the legs. Isn't it a bad thing when burpees is a good break? 30 seconds to go. If you're still holding, you've not had a break yet, don't you dare have one now. You can do this. It's whether or not your mind can do it. If you got to 4.5 minutes, no break, your body's definitely got it. Another 10 seconds there. Everyone, again, big breath. Breathe out, drive your feet so hard on the floor. You're literally going to feel your legs go, no! But you're on the final 3 seconds. 2, 1. Oh. Shake, shake. Quite aggressively shake your legs up. You might want to do some little heel kicks. And then we're going to stretch. We spent the entire workout there on our lower body. So we're going to take slightly longer to stretch it out. So find some balance. Stretch your quads, heel to bum. I'm going to feel that tomorrow. I'm going to feel. I literally went into it being like, maybe I'll just coach through the whole thing. And then I'm like, maybe I'll just hold it. I feel like I can hold a 5-minute wall sit. Let me know. Let me know if you do it. Drop me a message. Drop me a line. Let me know how long you got up to. And then if you ever repeat it, it's not you versus me. It's not you versus anyone else. It's you versus you. So say you manage that any time at all. The next time you try and beat it, even if it's by 1 second, switch your legs. So keep holding. Again, we're holding. You want to hold a stretch on at least 20 seconds for it to even start to realize that the muscle can be like, oh, I can relax. So the first thing when you pull into it, your body tries to protect you because it thinks it's trying to like rip the muscle, and it's like, whoa. And then when it's like, oh no, you're just holding, then it starts to relax. And that usually takes about 20 seconds. And then after that, from there, you're starting to relax it more and re-lengthen it again. Like I said, we spent about 40 minutes on the legs. So 40 seconds each stretch. Nice hamstring stretch. Take one leg forward, push your hips back, and land your hand just on your supporting leg. Just hold. If you are thinking, oh my God, your supporting leg is like shaking, feel free to come down to the floor and just hold the back of the leg wherever's comfortable, back of the like below the knee, above the knee. You grab the foot, but keep pressing your butt towards the floor as you pull the thigh towards you. And similarly, if you're standing, it's pushing your bum backwards away from the knee. And you might have a bent leg on either stretch, that's fine. Just switch your legs. So if you're standing up, just switch the other leg slightly forwards. Push your hips back. You land your hands on your bent knee. If you're landing on the straight leg, that's loads of pressure through the knee joint. We're trying to keep our knees safe. Feels good to stretch. Nice, perfect. And then we're going to stretch the bum. So you're going to cross an ankle over the thigh, open the knee forwards. If you're standing up, push your hips back. If you're on the floor, just reach through the legs, grab the thigh, the left thigh. And you're putting the leg towards you as you push the knee away and your bum towards the floor. If you're standing up, it's the same thing. It's figure 4, stretch, cross your ankle over. Relax the knee down and push your hips back and down. Again, if you're feeling like wobbly here and it feels like this is a strength workout, come to the floor. You've done the strength. This is just stretch. Oops. Or if you're wobbly and losing balance. One more on the other side. Cross the ankle over, relax the knee, push hips back and down. How do you feel? How do your legs feel? Oh my God, I've just seen my ducks in the background. Can't believe I forgot his name. This is Norman. I'm gonna work out. How cute. How cute are the boots? Love him, he's great. He goes by my pink flowers. Did that chat help? Or were you just like, shut up? Because I think it was more for me than you. Release again, give your legs a little aggressive shake off. If you can go for a walk or something now, I really recommend it. If your legs ache loads tomorrow, I recommend again a walk or moving them a lot, or maybe even a swim and just kicking your legs really aggressively. But well done, you did amazing. I'm so keen to know how you did on that finishing wall sit. Tanya's the one that always to watch out for. She's like, yeah, just holds all day. But yes, Well done. And then we'll do like an upper body one only as well sometime. Let's even that out. See you guys soon. Give me your feedback as always.